2/3 of people in Scotland don't live in cities. They live in and around towns.
Well, I better get away before you stitch me to something by accident.
Hawick, a proud border town, nestled in a valley and cloaked history. But is there more to this town than ancient traditions, weaving and rugby? For once, my physique gives me the advantage.
My stomach helped there.
My skills are pushed to the limit and found wanting.
No, you're wrong, I'm afraid.
Oh! I've got my P45 already.
I also raid the dressing up box.
Is this a new look for a Saturday night? Edinburgh's that way, Carlisle is that way, but I'm going to stay here in Hawick.
Hawick, the largest town in the Scottish borders and one of the furthest from the sea in Scotland.
There's an expression in Hawick, it's I been. And that just typifies everything. It's I been. It never changes.
So, come on, be honest, what do you think of Hawick?
Lovely. Lovely so far for the little we've seen.
Yeah.
Very nice, picturesque, quite historic with some of the buildings.
And what's it like to live here?
It's loveliness. It's lovely to live here, yes. It's good. Nice, quiet place, quiet town.
I love Hawick. It's got the greatest community. It's very rich in tradition.
What was Hawick famous for?
Knitwear,
Knitwear.
definitely.
We're the largest town in the borders. But I think Galashiels steals the thunder. I've maybe been too frank.
Christian, you can never be too frank. It was lovely meeting you. Thank you for your time. I've only just got on Hawick, so it's really difficult to come up with an impression. Like a lot of high streets, I think it's struggling to build. But how many times have I said that in this series? I suspect at one time this was a very, very grand town, and probably quite a wealthy one as well.
I'm staying on the high street to meet up with one of Hawick's welcome hosts. It's their job to identify tourists and tell them what the town has to offer.
Hi, Ian. Nice to meet you.
Hi there, Ian. Nice to meet you. So, how do you spot them? How do you know who's a local and who's not a local?
There's a couple of telltale signs, so we've got a lot of walking routes. So if there's people with walking boots on, you can kind of tell that they're walking. But also, there is a key sign, and that is if there's a couple holding hands, they're not from Hawick, because no Hawick couple holds hands.
They're not a romantic bunch then. OK, listen, I'm quite keen to hear a bit more about the high street. Could you maybe guide me up and tell me how the town's doing?
Of course, let's go.
OK. Come on, Mage. If you did describe the town to someone like me who doesn't know the town, how would you describe it, Ian?
We can boast about the different shops that there are for people here who are only here for a couple of nights. So we've got plenty of restaurants, plenty of places for people to stay and eat. Biggest attraction for me is the Wilton Lodge Park. The amount of people who use it on a daily basis for their daily exercise is huge. We always suggest that visitors go there purely because you can spend hours and hours there. But then also I would say the walking routes. We are so lucky to have the surrounding hills that we do have, and we're in a beautiful valley.
The job you do is interesting. I've not come across this in other towns. Is it unique?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, we're the only kind of town that has this kind of thing. But again, it proves just how much we like to welcome people to the town and like to show off what we've got.
And there's an event in Hawick which is a huge draw for visitors and locals, the annual Common Riding Festival. It marks the ancient tradition of riding the boundaries of the town's common land, as well as the capture of an English flag in 1514 by the young men of Hawick. For centuries, this border town was on the frontier of the wars between Scotland and England and was a brutal place to live. Reaving, which meant attacking communities and stealing from them, was how people survived in this disputed part of the country. Historian Wendy Tate is part of a reenactment group who teach local children about this violent time in history.
We're not taught this in English history. We're not taught this in Scottish history. But it's here, it's part of our heritage. And we want that to live on. We're not glorifying these times because they were awful times. But we should commemorate them. We should remember them.
What is unique about the history in this area?
During that time, the only way you could survive was by stealing from your neighbours, stealing cross-border particularly, going over and reaving their cattle. And that's what you lived on, and they would reave you back.
I mean, back in the 16th century, this border would be a movable feast, wouldn't it?
It was absolutely a movable feast. Some of it was known as the debatable land until well into the Reaver period.
Time for me to get involved, apparently. The group have given me a costume to try on, and one of the Reavers is going to give me a hand to get into it. They're even providing me with that Winnebago I always wanted.
I could just do a wee nap. We could just forget about this, Keith, couldn't we? There we go. A wee bit tight. Here we go. Put that in there. We thought life was going to be so complicated. I'm not sure they had Velcro back then, do you?
No, saves a lot of hassle.
Is that me?
You've got your eye, and then you've got your bonnet.
Oh, I'm a bonnet.
Okay.
Okay. I'm coming. I'm not embarrassed in the slightest.
You look great.
Is this a new look for a Saturday night?
First things first, I need to practice my Reaver roar.
Ah. Mine wasn't very impressive. You're going to show me some moves here?
Yes, I'll show you some of the moves from the sword.
Okay. We don't want to decapitate anybody.
No.
I'm ready for battle, and Keith is going to show me how to use a sword. Thankfully, these are replica weapons.
Uh-huh.
You stand back out the way.
Yes, I'll stand well.
I don't want to kill, I don't want to kill.
You've got one.
Oh, James, the cameraman's out the way. Okay, so go.
You've got one,
two, three, 4, 5,
and 6.
You take somebody's head off there.
No, you're fine. That was perfect.
Is that okay?
Aye, that was grand. That was just their,
Would
that was their basic moves.
Would they have a shield as well?
They would have a targe of some sort, or they would use their dagger, which we've got here.
Okay.
We've got that.
Okay.
As you were hitting somebody, you would take their sword out and then use the dagger.
Okay. I shall do this with a bit of feel. You out the way? You out the way?
Aye, I'm well out the way.
1, 2, 3. I can get used to it.
Aye. That's it, aye.
Right.
As an extra weapon.
All right.
Right, there you go. I'll take it off you.
Wait. Are you nervous, Keith?
No. No, I was standing well away and you're fine.
I'll give you that back as well. Don't wish to hurt anybody. Listen, Keith, that was really helpful. Thank you. Give me a hand.
It's no problem, any.
Thank you. That was great.
Meeting you.
Okay. You may help me get me back at this costume again, though.
I will do.
Hawick's more recent history isn't about warring, it's about weaving. An abundance of water and wool to run the looms put Hawick at the centre of the Scottish knitwear industry. And by the 1960s, the town was extremely prosperous.
Good boy. On you go.
But competition from cheaper imports led to a period of decline, and the town lost some famous names like Pringle. But today, some mills are still thriving by focusing on the luxury end of the market. Jane is a machinist who's made many a jumper over the years.
So you've got like a front and a back and 2 sleeves. And then I join it all together. And then I have to put a chain across the top to close it all off.
Okay.
And then a point seam.
Sounds a bit complicated.
Yes, it's the whole thing I have to do all in one go.
How long have you been doing this, Jane?
46 years.
Wow. Long time. Has the technology changed much?
Yes, it's changed a lot, yeah.
But a sewing machine's still a sewing machine at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Has that changed much, the equipment that you use?
Well, it is a wee bit.
Yeah?
When I first came in here, it was machines, it was called a Ben Haig. But it was, your seat moved with you. Now it's your feet that moves for this machine.
Jane, am I holding you back here at all?
Yeah, well, to make money, yes, but we'll let you off today.
Okay, that's very kind of you. Well, I better go away before you stitch me to something by accident.
To maintain the high standards, every item goes through a rigorous quality control test. Brenda is only one of 3 people in the factory who do this job, and it's all done by touch.
You have to close your eyes and get into the depth, and so if you were to come into the wash, you would see us all with our eyes closed because it's.
So so if it all goes wrong at the BBC, is that a job for me then, Brenda, is it?
Now it's my turn to try a bit of quality control.
We have got 2 products here. One has failed and one has passed. Can you tell the difference?
One's a fail, one's a pass?
Yes.
I think I've just failed this job, by the way, Brenda.
So, are you all right with that?
Okay.
So, I'm going to give you the other garment
Right.
and do it against that piece of fabric. Think of creme brulee.
Okay.
So, you've got the crust on the top, try to get to the smooth. And that's the other one.
I think this one passed and that one failed.
No, you're wrong, I'm afraid.
Oh! I've got my P45 already.
The 2 rivers, the Teviot and the Slipsic Water, meet in the heart of Hawick. Although they have powered the town's mills, they have also brought devastation.
For more than 2 centuries, solid stone kept the River Teviot at bay until Storm Kira breached its defences.
Throughout the centuries, the town has regularly been flooded. I'm meeting Stuart Marshall, who's a member of the local flood defence group, who helped to save lives and property when floods are forecast.
Stuart, whereabouts are we just now?
We're in the back dam gate area of Hawick at the minute, and I'm just going to show you a flood mark on one of the walls, one of the ancient walls in the town. And this is a flood mark where the River Slitrig behind us reached this.
Where is it?
It's just there.
Oh, wow.
And it shows you the height of the River Slitrig in 1846.
That's really high.
Yeah, but it also shows you that Hawick is not just been flooded today and last year or in 2012. It's shown that we were flooded centuries ago. So here we are at the back dam gate itself, approaching the River Slitrig, and straight in front of you, you can actually, if you put your hand out, you'll feel the mechanism. It's still part of the old dam structure.
Well, it's still there.
Yeah, and directly below is the River Slitrig.
How low is it? Can you describe it to me?
It's less than half a metre in parts.
Well,
as low as I've ever saw it. It just shows you how these rivers go up and down there. When it's in full spate, it's absolutely frightening. I've many occasions saw houses just being wiped out, saw businesses crash into the river just a few yards away from us. And it's horrendous when these rivers go in full spate.
So it's not a new thing, flooding for the town. But is it happening more often, do you think, in the past 20 years?
Absolutely. You're right. Flooding is not new at all, but it's happening more often. In Hawick and round about our area, we have so many reasons, I think, that it's causing the problem. Deforestation is a big issue round about here. A lot of our forests are mature now and need to be harvested. And I think that is having a huge impact on river levels.
Now action is being taken to stop the damage to Hawick. One of the largest flood defence projects ever built in Scotland is under construction. At the cost of £95 million, it's hoped it will protect the town in the years to come. And the defences are only part of the picture in making the town more environmentally sustainable. This community-based project wants to make Hawick a greener place and help children understand where their food comes from.
It's making the whole community, starting with our kids, aware that we need to start saving the planet at home. It's not just about our politicians doing it at Westminster or Holyrood. It starts in Hawick.
So, Gordon, what's about to happen here?
Well, we're about to make some apple juice, and you call the handle, I'll pick it up at the other side, and we'll just keep turning it round.
Okay.
And it should start to pop out the bottom. There we go, another cut.
Okay. Why apples particularly here with this group today?
We thought we'd start and show the whole process of apple from tree into a cup for you to drink. The eco-education is at the core of it. Forgive the pun.
No, I like the pun.
The thing about eco projects is that you can weave together English, maths, science, art. You know, all the elements can be embodied. Totally, yes. This is a kind of a way of educating our children is much more successful, much more fun, and it actually delivers life skills that they wouldn't get in any other way.
Oh, that tastes like apple juice.
Well, it would be a bit funny if it tasted like banana juice.
It tastes better than it looks. I like this better than all the other apple juices.
Okay, here goes. Oh, it's lovely.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
That is rather nice.
Cheers, Gordon. Thank you for that.
Thank you for coming to Hawick.
Okay.
The sense of community in Hawick spans the generations. Here at the Dementia Cafe, held once a week in the town, people with dementia and their carers come along for support, to socialise and to be entertained.
Am I right in thinking you're the man behind this? Is that correct?
I tried to be, yes.
So how did you get this started?
When my wife was 54 years old, she got diagnosed with dementia.
Is your wife still with you?
Unfortunately, it's nearly 5 years since she passed now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I was asked, could I get a hall? And I managed to get the Masonic Hall here in Hawick. And we started from there.
Given what happened to you and your wife, Jim, how important has it been to you personally?
I think it's so important because it's given people, and more importantly, not such a people with a dementia, but their carers, a break in the afternoon as well. The carers get a chance to speak to other carers, find out what their problems are, find out where they can get information.
It's the support that they provide, the information that they get, that really for my father it enabled him to stay at home much longer than he possibly could.
I'm caring for my dad now, so I thought bring him along, and he really enjoys it.
It stimulates the brain to get out and about, and I think it's good for them to get out of the house because sitting in your own four walls is not good for you.
Are people reluctant to talk about dementia?
Oh yes, definitely. People don't want their friends to know they've got something like dementia. When you come here for the first time and you say, oh, I didn't know you had dementia, or I didn't know your husband had dementia, and you can speak about it a lot easier after that.
Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me.
Thank you.
What is inspirational is how sometimes we try and organise things through local authorities and through governments and the health service, but, you know, quite often these grassroots things are quite amazing. They see a need, a demand, and they fill it themselves. And no matter what town we go to, it never ceases to amaze me what people do.
Communities in the borders are not frightened to fight for themselves. And the one thing they say they need is better transport connections. They want to see the border railway extended through Hawick to Carlisle.
Tell me about where we are at the moment.
This that we're walking on, Ian, is actually track bed of the former Waverley line, which was officially removed in 1969. So it bypasses some very historical parts of Hawick. To my right would be St Mary's Kirk, heart of Hawick, and Drumlanrig Tower.
But the line's, well, not the line's here, but the space is still here. How easy would it be to bring the line back?
I think we feel a lot of the planning permissions are still in existence, and indeed a great deal of the infrastructure. So we're hoping that it would still allow for a rebuilding.
The old Waverley line was closed, along with many others, in the cuts of the 1960s. After a long campaign, the northern part of the line was reopened in 2015, but stopped 15 miles short of Hawick at Tweed Bank.
That's something that I feel quite strongly about. It's called the Borders Railway, but it doesn't traverse the whole of the borders. It's only down to Tweed Bank.
What difference do you think it would make to the local economy to this area?
I think it would bring in employment, it would bring in tourism, and I think for me personally, I want to introduce it for younger people. I think it's for them to have connectivity to a national rail network would be first class for them.
Without that connectivity, it can be difficult for young people in the town. I'm visiting a youth club that welcomes those from Hawick and the surrounding villages.
What are the challenges for young people in this community?
Anybody, I suppose, would face across the UK growing up. But additionally, I suppose, for Hawick, with it being a small town, sometimes lack of opportunities. A rural area, transport can be an issue, especially in the evenings. There isn't much way of getting around for young people.
Are there many employment opportunities in the town?
I think in recent years it's starting to take a turn again, because traditionally, obviously, the factories in knitwear was a big employer, and it still is. And what's happening now is a lot of the skilled workforce are reaching retiring age. So there's a lot more modern apprentices coming back round, traineeships. So less of maybe people moving out with the area to find employment, and more on their doorstep yet.
Tonight, the group are going to make chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to help out. Sort of.
So I'm going to cream the butter together with the sugar.
Right. Can you try it?
Yeah.
Can you show me? Right.
So there's a spoon,
Right.
and then you've got to bang it against the back of the bowl.
Hang on. Can end up on the floor. How's it looking, Naomi?
Fine.
Is it? What have I got to do now? Do I get big lumps?
Yeah, you've still got to keep going. Takes forever to do this part.
This is worse than going to the gym. Especially this is meant for you. Why do you like coming here, Naomi?
I think it's just really fun, to be honest. Yeah. I've made a few new friends here as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'll let you take over. Because I'm getting bored. I can't feel any difference. Now we need some passing by music at this point, and I can pretend I did this.
I think my role may be described as encouraging rather than active.
Did you wake me up when they're ready?
Time for me to get some exercise. And what better place than Mansfield Park, home of historic Hawick Rugby Club.
It started off with cricketers looking for someone to keep fit over the winter, and they decided on rugby. The quote at the time was as being manlier and more conducive to the border character.
I think that's true.
And so they founded in 1873, December 1873, and our first game was against Langham in February 1874.
In some parts of the country, rugby is seen as very much a middle-class sport. But that's not the case here, is it?
No, the three great Hawick traditions are the rugby, the textile industry, and the common riding. And the mill boys are the boys that came here and played. It's such a tradition in Hawick. Yet to this day, to pull on that green jersey means a tremendous lot to a Hawick boy as he grows up, and to run into this sacred turf here.
It's in the area's DNA, rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, and also the skills, the indigenous skills are there.
Mm-hmm.
You watch a primary school tournament, they're passing, and their ability to make for a gap is still very much there. That's just come down through the generations.
One of those Hawick success stories is Lisa Thompson.
So did you play rugby? Yeah.
Yeah, I probably picked up a rugby ball first on Mansfield Park when I was about 5.
How did you first start playing rugby?
Honestly, just being from Borders, being from Hawick, chucked in when you're wee, never looked back. I think when I was little, like the physical side of the game, I loved that. I was a bigger kid, just ran through everyone.
How far have you got with rugby?
I've represented Scotland. I got my 46th cap at the weekend against America. So, yeah, I've represented Scotland in 7s and 15s, and I represented Great Britain in Tokyo last year.
Wow. So you have gone quite a long way.
A wee way away from Hawick. Ready for some walking rugby?
Yeah. Let's go and talk to them.
Now it's my turn to have a go.
We usually start
with 2 or 3 balls, and we go in a circle.
Right, you get me in position.
Yeah, we're good here.
We start off by just passing it round.
Right. Go. Oh,
Yeah,
there we
just
go.
on your left.
And then change direction, put it back the
Yeah,
other
back
way.
to your right.
Thank
You hurt your head with it, didn't it?
No, you're right, and now at this stage,
You're going to throw it back.
bring in a second ball.
Oh. You're going to have a juggling next time. But shout my name if it's coming my way.
Yep, Malcolm.
Ian.
My stomach helped there. Where do I go now? Anywhere.
Is that for me?
Right.
Well done. Well done, sir. Yes, sir. Well done.
Now the guys are going to attempt to teach me how to drop kick. Who would have thought dropping a ball would be so difficult?
Okay, we'll start with how we want to hold the ball. So we'll hold it this way. So your hands either side of it.
Right.
And we're going to keep the ball upright like this.
Right.
And all we're going to do is drop it on the floor. So if we take it a bit lower down,
Right.
drop it on the floor.
And kick it as I do drop it.
Yep. Not terrible.
No.
That was a punt. I'll get the ball.
Well, John's going to do a drop kick, and I'm hoping that Annie, the producer, will edit it in and it'll look like I've done it.
If it goes over, I'm taking credit. I'll miss it to you.
Right, what are you going to do? You explain what you're going to do.
I'm just going to attempt a drop goal.
So you're going to do what I tried to do there, drop
Yeah,
it and kick
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
But you got one advantage, haven't you?
I can. Well,
You've
allegedly, I know what I'm doing.
Right, okay.
Allegedly.
Right, okay. Let's see if but no pressure. But if you get this wrong, everybody's going to laugh.
50 yards out.
Yeah, but you'll laugh if you get it wrong. You do know that, don't you?
Hey.
Hey, did you go over?
Yes.
Hey, well done.
3 points here.
Can you cut that in, Annie?
The people of Hawick are aware of where their community's challenges lie, and that the key is providing opportunities for people to stay and make a life here. The town has always punched above its weight with sport and ceremony. They don't want to let go of their traditions, but they're moving forward to secure their future.